This is our quadrant method practice. For this practice assignment, we are going to be drawing a bird. So grab your bird sheet. You're going to need to also grab a pencil and some scratch paper. So I'm going to start by covering up everything but one quadrant. And then I'm going to start sighting where I see the shapes ending according to my quadrant. So I'm going to make sure I start in the right spots. So I'm looking, measuring. Sorry, I have to hold my pencil a little weird so you can see how I'm drawing. I'm looking at the curve. I'm trying to replicate that as best as I can. And I'm just kind of going back and forth. Just trying to get that curve as exact as I can get it, and also thinking about the spaces between the lines. And then I'm even measuring with my pencil. So how much space is between those two lines? And then I saw that I made it a little bit too much space, so I'm just going to adjust. So you can use the tip of your pencil to measure the amount of space. So there's really no excuse. Use the tools you have and get it as accurate as you possibly can. So I'm just seeing like, okay, well, where does that center line up? I see that mine's a little bit off, so I'm just going to fix it. No big deal. Doing this right takes a lot of patience and practice and time. So you're really using all your concentration to observe what you see and then replicate it accurately. So as I go along in this tutorial, I'm going to leave this at regular speed. So this video is about 16 minutes almost. So this is how long it actually took me to draw this bird. So if it's taking me 16 minutes, the minimum it should take you is 16 minutes. But you can use that little button and speed up the video as needed, so 2 times or 4 times. So you can watch me at your own time drawing the bird. You'll also notice that the bird is upside down because I really want you to try to shift your brain and not think of it as a bird, but just think about line and shape. We're just replicating line and shape. So I'm measuring, I'm going back and forth, double checking, seeing how much space from the center, where does that line start, where does this line end. So I'm constantly going back and forth and checking and measuring. And the more you do this, the less measuring you'll have to do because you will be able to intuitively see how far things are. But this method works really well for slowing you down and trying to get things super accurate. So when I come to this shape that has all of these curvy lines in it, it's really easy to get lost in what I'm looking at. So what I end up doing is just counting the spaces to make sure I have enough spaces, and so I can keep track of what I'm drawing. Another way to do this would be to break up the square into 4 more smaller squares. But I really want you to just practice a quadrant. So it does take me a while to get this, and eventually I do. But just make sure you take your time, measure, count what you see, and make sure it's accurate. As you're working, also feel free to turn the paper around in different directions. You don't have to keep it one way. And sometimes just shifting the reference helps a lot, and it helps me see things in a different way, especially if I'm starting to get frustrated and I'm get lost in what I'm looking at. Just turning something upside down or to the side makes a big difference. So if you're on the struggle bus, turn it around and then see if that helps. Another tip for drawing complex shapes like that one of the wing is, instead of trying to draw every little detail, is just to draw the overall big shape and then go back in and add those little sections. So instead of trying to draw those little sections one by one and not getting it right, just draw the overall shape and then fill in those little sections as you see them. And then I also just count them to make sure I have them right. So I am about done. I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to just kind of realize I forgot the little swirl right there. Just going to fix anything that I need to fix to make it a little more accurate. And then once you are done, please let me see so I can give you some feedback and some assistance if needed. And then I can't wait to see your guys' progress. If you really took the time to do this, you're going to get better and better. I promise. It's my guarantee. So good job. Can't wait to see your work.